because a gentleman by the name of Adam Thoreau. If you guys are WATP fans, you know Adam Thoreau. I don't know how he has time to find these people. So he makes a lot. This is a guy that makes a lot of suggestions to WATP for, cringe of the week and things of that nature. I was graced with a message from Adam Thoreau. He was kind enough to make a suggestion to me. He said, Mike, I know you're looking for people to fill the John void. I think I got just the guy to do it. And he suggested to me one GD Fenderson. And he is a friend of Tom Myers. I think he's in the Baltimore, D.C. area comedy scene, this GD Fenderson.
Yeah.
And this guy, I don't know. Listen, his YouTube, every video has less than 50 views, which I think is a travesty. I think we got to get that number up because I think GD, you guys know I like comedy. I think he's a hidden gem in the comedy world. So this Adam Thoreau may have found the best candidate so far for our stuttering genre replacement. Let's hear a little GD. Could we go to his podcast first?
The intro you want first?
Yeah, let's play the intro because this is, again, we heard TikTok, you don't stop. We're also in a catchphrase war where you guys are gonna have to tell me which catchphrase you like better. Do you like TikTok, you don't stop, or do you like how GD ends his? This is not, by the way, not the interview with Tom Myers. We'll get to that. This is the other one. I want to make sure you have the right one here.
No, I was not going to play the right one.
Okay, I figured.
We're going with Meet GD.
Yes, let's meet GD, if you wouldn't mind.
Hello, welcome to Critical Joke Theory with your host, GD Fenderson, certified forensic humorist. Now with new joke technology. Hi, I'm GD Fenderson, certified forensic humorist at large, but I'm losing weight. Welcome to Critical Joke Theory.
Hold on, gang. You're gonna be in stitches. You're already in stitches. What am I saying? Gonna be?
Yeah.
Forensic humorist at large, but I'm losing weight. That's not how he meant large. You rascal.
Waka
If you thought that was funny the first time, as we go through the history of GD in future weeks, I'm sure you're gonna love that he says it every single episode.
That's his keep plugging along.
Yes, yeah, that's his tagline. Is forensic humorist at large, but I'm losing weight.
Welcome to Critical Joke Theory. Now with new joke technology.
Did he say
he says that in play that. Can we play that again? Because he says it in the intro and then says it himself.
That's what I was going to say. Did I just hear that twice?
He sets up the whole thing and then repeats it. It's his voice, by the way, in the intro.
Right.
Hello, welcome to Critical Joke Theory with your host, GD Fenderson, certified forensic humorist. Now with new joke technology. Hi, I'm GD Fenderson, certified forensic humorist at large, but I'm losing weight. Welcome to Critical Joke Theory. Now with new joke technology.
Well, he's nailed the intro for sure.
He's got it.
Now, I wanted to get to this before we get to Tom Myers because I wanted to show you guys. I'm sure you guys have listened to Tom Myers versus the rest of the world.
Yep.
And you've heard Tom's great monologue. Man, this is Leno versus Letterman. This is going to be a podcast war because when you realize the political insights that GD has, you're going to be saying Tom Myers who by the end of this. I think.
I do enjoy when you send me a timestamp and it just says, "Well, let's see how long we last."
Well, I wanted to listen. We might not get through this whole thing. You guys tap out when you're ready. Now, listen, because we don't have the live chat today, I suspect we're going to get through all of it. But you guys let me know when you've had enough GD and his political monologue here. And also, I would say in the comments, let me know when you spot a joke. Because sometimes it's kind of like being on a safari. They're not always easy to see.
They're in the bushes.
Yeah.
President Biden addressed the nation Thursday evening. In his speech, he empathized with the Israeli people and the Palestinian people while condemning Hamas and all hate. And not once did he say malarkey or no joke.
That was a joke.
Biden has...
I'm sorry, Craig, what?
I think that was the joke.
I thought that was just a statement.
It sure was, but I think...
Is it crazy that every fucking video we've played has talked about Hamas in this episode?
Yo, what side do you fall on?
Well, here's what I like about GD is unlike Tom, he doesn't need fake laughter. He keeps it moving, baby. He powers through.
He does not stop.
Reached out to Congress expressing the urgency of the matters in Israel and Ukraine. While the Senate is working to find a compromise, the House is still suffering from speaker interruptus.
Now that was a joke, right?
Radio journalist.
I think
That was a joke.
So after two little things, you can figure out this guy's formula. Say something real and then say something also real, but that's the joke.
Well, I like a guy that can't fully read his own material. Like he's kind of you can tell he's having trouble like getting through the whatever he's got, the teleprompter or the notes that he's got. He's having a tough time with it. I don't imagine GD has a staff of writers based on some of the view counts I'm seeing.
He doesn't even have a microphone.
Kumashiva, accused of being a foreign agent. Reporters Without Borders calls for the immediate release of Alsu Kumashiva and journalists with dual U.S. and Russian nationality employed by Radio Free Europe / Radio Liberty. Her arrest on October 18th in Kazan, 720 kilometers east of Moscow, comes nearly 7 months.
Whoa. I'm not going to stand for GD Fenderson ripping off Tom Meyer's style.
Yeah. I feel like...
Why are you packing so many words? That's Tom's thing, GD.
If you're gonna do politics, please be very funny.
Well, if you're gonna have something like politics, don't also insert kilometers and measurements. We're getting a little lost here, GD.
It just sounds like the news.
By the way, do you know what? Would you care to guess what GD Fenderson's Twitter handle is?
Goddamn Fenderson.
It's very close. So GD funny.
That's very good.
Go back a little bit because I want to hear folks at home. See if you can count the words that GD says in the setup to this joke.
Oh, you want me to go all the way to the beginning of this one?
If you could, yeah. Yeah, wait 6 hours ago when he started this joke.
Oh shit, this one was long.
Detains radio journalist Alsu Kumashiva, accused of being a foreign agent. Reporters Without Borders calls for the immediate release of Alsu Kumashiva and journalists with dual U.S. and Russian nationality employed by Radio Free Europe / Radio Liberty.
Together, GD.
Her arrest on October 18th in Kazan, 720 kilometers east of Moscow, comes nearly 7 months after fellow U.S. journalist Ivan Gershkovich's arrest. I propose a, quote, spy for spy swap. They give us Kumashiva and Gershkovich.
Hold on.
Oh boy.
Was that the joke?
It can't be. I think the next thing out of his mouth is the joke.
Go back. No, he said, well, why would he say I've proposed a spy for spy swap? That has to be the punchline, and I think he's about to tag it, maybe.
Oh, maybe.
That's an incredibly long setup for I propose a spy. Also, why? Well, I don't understand it. What does he mean?
Just like, also, why?
Journalist Ivan Gershkovich's arrest. I propose a, quote, spy for spy swap. They give us Kumashiva and Gershkovich.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He paused in a manner that made me think it had to be the end.
Nope.
There's more to this. GD, this is the book of a joke.
And judging by the picture I just saw, there's a Trump joke coming.
GD should he should record an hour just on this joke.
I think he did. I think he cut it.
Just called Spy for Spy.
Yeah.
Us Kumashiva and Gershkovich, and we'll give them Donald Trump, Jim Jordan, Matt Gaetz, and 3 Trump lawyers / co-conspirators to be named later. Former Trump attorney.
Holy shit! Why was there more pause between the premise and not a punchline? Then one joke in the next.
The joke was like an NFL trade with the player to be named later. Wait, or is that the? I don't even remember. Is that
is that the punchline that there's a player to be named later?
I think it's still going. To be honest,
No. He's certainly changed topics now.
No, I don't.
Can I tell you though? This is what you want. This is what Dat Fan teaches at comedy school.
Mm-hmm.
You want the audience to never be sure when the joke is over.
/ co-conspirators to be named later. Former Trump attorney and co-defendant Sidney Powell, seen here looking into the abyss and seeing her reflection, which she could never do in a mirror, has accepted a plea deal in the Georgia election fraud case. As a condition of her guilty plea, 68-year-old Powell will pay a $60,000 fine, receive 6 years probation, and be required to testify at future trials, as well as write an apology letter to the citizens of Georgia. If her apologies are anything like her conspiracies, the citizens of Georgia would be better off not reading it.
Nice, GD. You fucking nailed her.
Nothing like going onto a comedy show and be like, I need to learn something.
So, well, hold on. The entire joke is like, yeah, that apology probably wouldn't even be worth reading.
Or that she's a vampire because she can't see her reflection in a mirror, right?
Yeah, again, if I'm going to teach the man, I would say maybe don't make your opinions known in the setup. You know? Keep us guessing as to where you might be going with this lady. Don't say, hey, I hate her and think she's a vampire, so buckle up for that sort of a punchline.
Conspirator number 3 in the January 6th case. Trump says that she's a 2.5 at best, and not my type.
I gotta say,
is that it?
The material isn't my favorite. The impression is spot on.
Yeah, perfect.
Was that Trump? Was that a recording of him?
To be honest, I blacked out because I thought the president was talking to us.
Donnie, good to see you, buddy.
He understood that as part of her plea deal that she must testify truthfully in the case for the duration of the trial, and she responded, I do. That is the scariest I do that Trump has ever heard, and he has been married 3 times.
Nice.
Okay.
Take my wife, please, right, GD?
His wife is so hot. Like, this joke is dumb. Like, it's so dumb.
But it's also like he's trying to skewer Trump, and he's really just doing like a 1950s marriage joke. Like, I bet he wishes he never said I do.
Can you believe this supermodel went, yeah, I'll marry you?
Suzanne Summers, the Emmy nominee and star of hit shows like Three's Company.
It's about time she got her comeuppance.
Died October 15th. She was 76. Summers died peacefully of breast cancer at her home in Palm Springs. Her longtime publicist, R. Corey Hay, announced. In honor of Suzanne Summers' legacy and contribution to society, I would like to say, don't come in here, Mom. I'm almost done.
What?
Was that a
He's
jerking
off to her?
Yeah.
At age 76?
While she's like still warm.
Can I give another note to GD? It's that you don't have to read the exact headline of every article that you're referencing.
Yeah.
We don't need to know. She's dead. It's not a rumor when you say her publicist said. We don't need the sources. She died. It's not a conspiracy.
Yeah, he's going for the Weekend Update thing. And it's
Can you go back a little bit? I want to, like,
I'm curious why he was wearing a mitten at the end of this joke. I'm curious what he's about to say.
So it's a jerk off joke. I get it. But in honor of her work, is he implying that he still lives with his mother?
He's implying that he lives with his mom and that he thinks she's really hot still.
Let me hear it again. There has to be more. I'm missing the nuance
Back up
that GD always has.
Corey Hay announced. In honor of Suzanne Summers' legacy and contribution to society, I would like to say, don't come in here, Mom. I'm almost done.
I don't like.
Oh God. Okay. He took a sock off his hand. Okay. I thought it was a mitten. He had a sock up to his elbow.
You know what? I love this guy. He was wearing a sock the whole time for that joke?
The whole time. And he goes,
this guy's brilliant.
You know, that's what I say every time I jerk off. I go, oh, ew.
Ew. Looks at his sock and says, ew.
I got to back that up a bit.
Boy, that's Carrot Top would be jealous of this prop comedian's timing here.
Society, I would like to say, don't come in here, Mom. I'm almost done.
All right, I want to just point out he's got the sock like all the way up his arm.
Meanwhile, he's giving these long monologues about Donald Trump and Biden and Israel and Hamas, and he's got a sock on his hand just waiting to tell a jerk-off joke about 76-year-old Suzanne Summers.
I would define this sock on his arm. Like, it's everywhere.
Who is the target? Like, no one's jerked off to Suzanne Summers in 30 years.
I got to be honest. If a video of GD came out of him jerking off, I would have to see what he's doing. I'm very curious.
It's just Raquel Welch.
Ew. A spokesperson for Hamas has acknowledged.
Hold on. This would also imply, like, if you're jerking off, you jerk off into a sock. You shoot your goo.
Mm-hmm.
Your banana juice.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like GD wasn't expecting. Like, he looks down and says, ew, as if he's like, that's what comes out?
I just thought it felt good for a second holding it.
Mom, what's this white stuff?
They have around 200 hostages, among which are a number of foreign nationals. Hamas says that the foreign nationals are not considered to be part of the conflict and are being treated as guests that cannot leave and that were taken against their will, like an American journalist in Russia. Former President Trump.
Oh, okay. The punchline. The punchline there. It's like they're not really guests. Like other prisoners, for example. He just named other POWs.
I guess we're going to have to drink every time he puts Donald Trump's mugshot on the screen.
Oh, is it back up?
It's back up.
Oh, we're getting into Trump. That's good.
Yeah. Hasn't been touched yet.
Sure. Former President Trump, seen here staring at his tax forms and thinking his problem is he didn't lie enough, was issued a limited gag order by Judge Chutkan. Trump opposes being gagged, acknowledging that he prefers being spanked with a Forbes magazine. A number of congresspeople...
Can I say, that's his best joke. It had all the makings of a joke, at least. You know, I'm not in stitches necessarily. I'm just saying, if we're grading them fairly, that's the closest he's had to telling a joke.
Yes, from beginning to end.
I understood where it came from. I knew when the punchline was. That's a joke.
Some call it that, yeah.
By any metric. It's not always funny. You know, Patrice always said they come from the same place.
Same place, yeah.
Every congressperson has received death threats following Jim Jordan's failure to get enough votes to be speaker. Jim Jordan will put the same amount of effort to finding out where the threats came from as he did to protect those wrestlers in Ohio.
Yeah, GD, maybe give this a run through. You know?
Yeah.
If you're gonna have trouble reading them, maybe give it a once over before you go live.
Or it's not live, is it?
No, but I mean before we're rolling, you know?
But I'm saying, like, even it's not live, right? Like, clearly this jump cuts in it. Just fucking do it again.
Yeah.
A jury on Wednesday, October 11th, convicted a Florida man of first-degree murder in the 2018 strangling and beating.
Fucking love Florida man stories. They're always the craziest.
After she refused to appear on a home renovation reality TV show, prosecutors said. David Trones, 55, killed his wife, Shanti Cooper Trones, on April 24th, 2018, in the couple's home in the Orlando neighborhood of Delaney Park, according to a Wednesday statement from the state's attorney's office for the 9th Judicial Circuit. Trones killed his wife because she didn't want to.
That's all I heard. It's a duck pin bowling alley.
Appear on Zombie House renovations. Well, now David Trones can be on Extreme Makeover Prison Edition or Designed to Sell. I'm GD Fenderson.
What the fuck? It was over?
He did the new joke technology friggin' thing again.
Hold on, let me hear the ending again. I want to make sure we hear his side. But I didn't even know. That was just rambling, and then it ended.
That was just a story. There was no joke.
There had to be.
Defend that one, Mike.
Go back. We get I will, son of a bitch. We gotta hear it again now.
I killed his wife, Shanti Cooper-Jones, on April 24th, 2018, in the couple's home in the Orlando neighborhood of Delaney Park, according to a Wednesday statement from the state's attorney's office, 49th Judicial Circuit. Jones killed his wife because she didn't want to appear on Zombie House Renovations. Well, now David Jones can be on Extreme Makeover Prison Edition or Designed to Sell. I'm GD Fenderson, certified forensic humorist. Now,
Whoa.
I don't get it.
Designed to sell. So it's a play on words.
Oh,
sell.
So, okay, there it is. All right, you did it. Whatever. Congrats.
Jesus Christ. Designed to sell. But it only works the one way.
The only thing I wish this guy did was he kind of like did like the smirk and like the little fist pump to himself.
Yeah, if he was a character of a terrible political comedian, he'd be great.
Yeah.
Can be on Extreme Makeover Prison Edition or Designed to Sell.
Huh?
I'm GD Fenderson, certified forensic humorist, now with New Joke Technology. Thank you for watching Critical Joke Theory. Be safe out there and don't feed the crazies.
Is there more?
Critical Joke Theory with your host, GD Fenderson, certified forensic humorist. Now with New Joke Technology.
Oh my God.
That's a 4-pack, folks.
Oh my God.
You get reminded 4 times that he has New Joke Technology. It seems to be on the fritz.
Now, do you want to go to his Jacksonville thing?
Well, this makes me think. So the Jacksonville joke makes me think he's got a little edge to him. Craig will like this one because he says it a lot at home.
I doubt it.
Craig makes a lot of similar statements to me off air, so I think he'll enjoy this GD Fenderson joke about a shooting that took place in Jacksonville.
It's playing, I think. The hell?
And I hate racism. Like the guy.
Whoa, GD, that's a bold stance to start. You can't just say something that crazy right out of the gate.
A black guy going, I hate racism.
I hate racism. Really? Because go to verygoodshow.org. They seem to really enjoy it, GD.
No. Never. Actually, I welcome him attacking us. That'd be great. Someone send him an episode.
I hate guys. You know what? F it. I'm going to say it. I hate racism.
Find a race war segment and send it to him.
Oh, and you know what else is the worst? These taxes. I don't care for going to the DMV.
I hate that the post office is closed on Sundays.
I hate racism. Well, let's hear this bold stance.
And I hate racism. Like the guy that just killed the 3 black people in Jacksonville. Okay? That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. Okay? That you have that much hate that you just want to shoot somebody because they're a different fucking color. That's so fucking, I think that if you're going to be that hateful and you feel like you have to kill black people, get a list from us. Okay? We can tell you who needs to be shot. We know. We go to all the fucking meetings.
It really feels more like a rally.
We can tell you who needs to be fucking shot. We go to the meetings. We know which black people don't belong. We'll give you a list. You can white people. Those Nazis can kill their blacks and notch their bedposts. Look,
whoa, GD, you're going off the rails.
This is insanity. This is the guy when you go to an open mic, he goes up there and they're like, how the frig did this guy get a microphone?
This is when Craig puts his hood on because he doesn't want to be seen in the crowd.
I don't want him to find me, dude.
Those Nazis can kill their blacks and notch their bedposts and look, I killed like 4 niggas a day, and they'd be like, yay! And then we'll be going like, hey, they killed 4 of our niggas, yay! So everybody's happy.
I don't say any of this.
I'm all for that.
This is an exact transcript of the latest Very Good Show. Go to verygoodshow.org and find the latest. You find Craig saying this, and we'll play it next week.
If you go to verygoodshow.org, you will never find me saying anything like that.
I challenge the people. Go find it.
You can try. I don't think you'll find it. Although my bedpost did break officially the other day.
Yeah, well, that's just from pressure, I imagine.
Yeah.
Oh no, that can't be right. You're on the Ozempic kick.
I'm just walking. Oh, I gotta ask you a question. So you've had run-ins with your neighbors and everything.
Sure.
So every morning I walk for about an hour in my neighborhood. Same thing every day. I go up.
Him and Rosie have so much in common.
Yeah. I put on my sweatsuit.
I go for my walks. I have my Rockports on.
Yeah, exactly. So I go for my walk, and I did it a little later than normal. I usually leave my house about 6:45. I did it about 8:00 this morning. It was 2 days ago. Actually.
Brains out. Is this going somewhere?
Yes. So
Jesus.
I'm walking, and I see this woman at the end of her driveway who I've spoken to, and I did like the white guy wave, like the little smirk and the hand thing, and she didn't respond at all.
Okay.
And so I walk a little bit more, and then a bus comes, and I stop walking to not go in front. So I don't go in front of the bus, right? Okay. And I'm waiting, and she's berating the bus driver. So I turn around and go the other way. And I do that a couple times because she's still yelling at the bus driver. And then bus leaves, and the cops come, and in my head, I'm like, wouldn't this be funny? So I walk a little bit more, and now the left side of my vision, I see the cop car come up with the window down. And they're like, yeah, we have to get out of the car. Like, okay. And I put
my hand.
We
have to get out of the car.
The two cops needed to. I got the cops called on me in my neighborhood for creeping on a school bus.
Well, put your cock away. I've always told you when you're in your neighborhood.
So I'm saying I'm trying to avoid the school bus and not walk in front of it or go near the kids, and that act got the cops called on me.
Okay, so you were doing the thing that you've told me before, where you wait for the kids to get off the school bus.
I've never said anything of.
I got you. Where you say, "Oh, I have it timed perfectly so that their parents aren't there yet to pick them up." That's what you were doing. The thing you tell me about.
I do this walk every day. Every
right, when the kids get out of school, I know.
Yeah. But it was insane, and I'm like, I live to the cops. I go, I live 2 doors down. I do this walk every morning.
If I want to abduct children, I'll do it.
I'll use my own as like decoys just to get the other ones.
Who are your friends, kids?
It was very funny.
It's time for Daddy to go on his walk.
Yeah, exactly. But I meant to bring this up the other day, but we were stuck on Stuttering John.
Yes.
For the last time Canada.
Well, I'm very sad you didn't interrupt with this captivating story of how you were soliciting children off the bus.
Now, people you were calling me Keto Craig, and now they're calling me Pedo Craig, which I don't appreciate.
Well, guys, here's the hoping that nickname doesn't stick.
Yeah,
Pedo Craig. Don't leave that in the. If you're watching this right now, if you could leave in the comments for people that watch in the future
with super chats,
let them know. Don't call Craig a pedophile. He doesn't like it.
I was avoiding the school bus.
If you could leave a 5-star review that tells people not to call Craig a pedophile on social media. If you tag the show, we'll retweet it and like it. All the proper stuff you're supposed to do on social media. If you let us know, mention Craig doesn't like being called a pedophile in whatever way you feel appropriate.
And I appreciate everyone's understanding and everything about that. But
spread the word and send people this episode and tell them, hey, this is a show with Blind Mike and a guy who definitely isn't a pedophile.
Right. Exactly.
Okay.
Downloads will skyrocket when they know it's confirmed.
It's safe. Hey, tell them it's safe for children to come here.
Yeah, exactly. Anyone can watch. This is an all ages program.
Well, I don't know what that has to do with GD Fenderson, but
I forget how we got into this.
All right. Should we get to the big interview now? After GD's hate speech?
We have to, yeah.
That was a bit... Honestly, it's his best bit that we've heard so far. But he was basically like, I'll tell you what black people to kill. Yeah. I'm so disgusted by it that I didn't even want to say it to give people the clip.
I hope I didn't laugh over it. Because that would be a shame. That would be a shame to get out with both me and you are gonna have some things getting out of it.
Yeah. It's a controversial week here on the Blind Mike Project.
That's right.
So GD has a big interview subject. He's got a get. And I'll tell you, when Tom Myers is on your program, your views skyrocket from 20 to 35.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
That's right.
So a few months back, this is back in January, I believe, GD had Tom Myers on the program. And when these two get together, hilarity ensues. So I think we get another intro. Another one of GD's great intros. We know he's good at them.
We sure
This
do.
is a different show. This is not the certified forensic humorist.
What's up? It's time for Done Way Past Funny.
Do you think when he does that, when he puts a little more of the voice, what's up, is he trying to pretend that it's not him?
Clearly, I could afford a voiceover actor.
This is not GD Fenderson. This is your announcer for the day.
Correct. That's exactly what happened.
With your host, Sugar Ray.
He's the host of the program. Make note.
No. So we will meet Sugar Ray, I assure you. To call him the host of the program feels like a bit of an exaggeration.
A little bit.
Because we're going to play his entire contribution later in the show. So we will meet Sugar Ray, but it is weird to introduce just Sugar Ray. But enough. Let's get into their banter here.
And GD Fenderson.
There we go.
I'm glad he's back.
Join us as we take a look back at the first time comedians took the stage with this week's guest, Tom Myers. It's time to get down and get dope with Done Way Past Funny.
Well, are you guys ready to get down and get dope?
I'm ready to get dope as fuck.
Are you ready to get down, though? You got to do both at the same time.
I guess so, yes.
Okay. When Craig said he was ready to get dope, he meant run out to the school bus to say, Are the kiddies here yet?
No.
Ooh, I love their smiles when they get done with a day of school.
Yeah, you're not proud of them?
I just like to be outside to make sure I witness that.
Yeah, you got to see the joy in the children.
Craig's circling back around to see if the kids are off the bus yet.
That's not true.
So we're about to get down and get dope. And if you missed it there, the premise of the show is comedians revisit the first time they were ever on stage. Now, Tom brings a clip from 4 years into comedy, so he doesn't follow the rules because he's a bad boy. But we have a lot of their conversation here, so let's dive in.
This is a CPT.
Oh, goodness. Hold on. You think Craig goes on some tirades. You're about to hear Tom contribute to... GD, I understand, he's allowed to kind of make this conversation. I'm surprised Tom feels so comfortable making some of these jokes.
Hi, welcome to Done Way Past Funny. This is GD Fenderson. Sans, my co-host, Sugar Ray, he's running late. When he gets here, we'll just plug him in.
If Tom was funny, he'd been like, not surprised.
Well, they get there. Don't worry.
Okay.
But I do have my good friend and our guest this week, Tom Myers.
So, do you guys remember when he did that in the intro?
Mm-hmm.
He does it again. Why record the intro, GD? You just repeat it. Tom Myers.
I goes nuts, dude.
Now what you have to do is you can only address him as that. You know what I mean? Like the next time you say just conversationally, you're like, well, it was me. It was the magician from the Havard the Gray show. It was Tom Myers, and we were having a good time.
Tom Myers.
Can that be? We gotta isolate that.
We will have to.
Anyway, anytime we isolate that, and that'll be our intro to Talking Tom Myers from now on.
Yeah, I just had to mark it so I can get the recording of it.
Tom,
doesn't your co-host know that my time is valuable, or I think it is anyway? No one else does, but
well, I should have mentioned that my co-host is black, so he's on CPT. He's been late for a number of these shows, and in fact, and the only reason why people don't know is because I edit this later. And so usually I can put him there on time, but I'm not doing it this time. No.
That's what living in. That's
Hold
what
on,
living.
hold on. Well, we're about to hear Tom get real racist in a minute. But, but are you insinuating that you would start the show without your co-host and edit it to make it look like he was there the whole time?
There the whole time.
What do you just have him say certain buzzwords like, "Oh yeah, absolutely, GD." Edit that in later.
Yeah. Please get to this as soon as you can.
Living in
Edit
Carroll
it.
County.
It's crazy.
That's you go ahead. All that stuff just starts infiltrating your head. I mean, I live in Harford County, so like I'm surprised that I haven't said it first.
Well,
hold on, go back. I want to hear. GD's like, do I have to fucking knock this guy out? What is he saying? So Tom, by the way, there's no one. I've never encountered anyone that shows the amount of pride that they have in their county. As Tom, he mentions, is it Hartford or Harvard?
Hartford, it sounds like.
Hartford County. He mentions it ad nauseum. He mentions it constantly, over and over again.
I meant to say shout out Middlesex County and shout out Hillsborough County.
He mentions Hartford County every time he fucking speaks. And this is, I guess, his way of acknowledging that he's down with the brothers.
But I'm not doing it this time. No.
That's what living in Carroll County gets you. You go ahead. All that stuff just starts infiltrating your head. I mean, I live in Harford
What
County.
stuff, Tom? Hold on. Racism?
Obviously, I mean, like purple drank and
that's what, when you live in Carroll County, you start to get real racist.
Yeah.
And say that black people don't show up on time.
I'm surprised that I haven't said it first.
Well,
GD's like, well, I can kind of say it, but
he's like,
he doesn't know what the fuck to do with that.
Is this white dork actually saying that? Is what that guy was thinking.
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't say that you people don't stick around to raise your children. I'm surprised I didn't say it living in Harvard County.
Next clip is Seinfeld.
I'm surprised I didn't say that the jails are disproportionately filled with you people. So Tom, this is not the first time I've heard Tom do this. He compares himself to Seinfeld.
They're the same.
Which is interesting.
County is one support animal away from Carroll County, I think.
Well, I do this joke currently in my act where I say, I go on stage, I perform a few times a week, and then I go out and I live my normal life. Basically, I'm like Seinfeld, but with herpes. Only joke.
He loved it. It doesn't make any sense. You're saying, so the similarity between you and Seinfeld is that you live your life.
With
basically, I'm Seinfeld with herpes.
He's bragging. He's getting puss.
Oh, yeah. He probably doesn't have herpes either, by the way.
No.
I don't think Tom's ever touched a woman, but...
No, I don't think so. He's got that...
Go back, because I want to hear exactly what the similarities are between him and Seinfeld. That they live their lives? So essentially that they haven't killed themselves. Only Tom Myers and Jerry Seinfeld share that quality.
I was going to say, I can't believe you need him to explain it.
Say, I go on stage, I perform a few times a week, and then I go out and I live my normal life. Basically, I'm like Seinfeld, but with herpes. Only joking, chlamydia.
Oh, nice, Tom. That was the misdirection that you have a different STD?
You know what? Nothing says Seinfeld like dirty jokes about sex.
I don't even get, Seinfeld fucked a lot of women in that show. I don't understand the punchline even, really.
I think it was a misdirection on the degree of sexual transmitted disease.
But Seinfeld had a lot of sex in that show.
He sure did, actually.
That's like one of the more noteworthy things is the amount of girlfriends Jerry had on that show.
It was like a new one every episode.
So I don't really get what Tom is saying. Like, it would be impossible for... Does he think Jerry didn't fuck because he's a clean comic?
to be fair though, he doesn't have to worry about STDs and stuff because he's usually fucking like 16-year-olds that don't get around yet.
Jesus.
What?
I don't know what Tom does in his personal time.
I was talking about Seinfeld. That's documented. That's
okay. Yeah.
That is documented.
Well, she was 17. It was legal in New York.
That's true, but still weird.
Look at Craig throwing stones from his glass house.
Hey,
Jesus Christ.
That is
guy's trolling bus stops and he's making accusations here.
I was avoiding the bus.
You kids lost? Hey, almost Halloween time. Could I interest anyone in a Reese's?
Who wants to reach into my jack-o'-lantern?
Who wants a little taste of a couple of milk duds?
I'm gonna hit resume on this clip now.
Kind of a rural / suburban area, so I'm still like Seinfeld in that I too have a crazy, wacky neighbor who, when he gets flustered, yells the N-word. So I mean, it all ties together.
Was that a Michael Richards joke?
I get that Michael Richards did that, but I also don't understand how is he telling this joke on stage? He says I'm like Seinfeld because I have a neighbor that yells the N-word.
What's the deal with the N-word?
Bow, 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 bow.
Exactly.
So I go into 7-Eleven, as I do. Behind this guy in line, and he says, my girlfriend has a condition. She can only eat certain things.
I would love to hear Seinfeld's version of that.
They did, someone did with AI, Louis C.K. telling that joke.
Was it good?
It's very well done, yes.
You have to hear that.
Yeah.
Next clip is great question.
Oh, GD is an interviewer. We haven't seen his interview. We've seen his monologue. We joke. But he's a tremendous interviewer and obviously very prepared.
Now, I want to make something. Let's see. Well, let the people know a little bit about yourself, like how long you've been doing comedy, things like that. Or did we do that already? Did we do that? We were talking a little bit beforehand.
Go back. Go back, because I think I also want part of this in the outro too. I just want the mumbling and then let's see.
Things like that. Or did we do that already? Did we do that?
No, go back to the beginning. Okay. This is all tremendous.
Now, I want to make something. Let's see. Well,
is he nervous with Tom in the room? What's happening here?
I think he's truly insanely bored.
But can I just say, I did not skip ahead. This is the first question.
Yes.
He's not asked a question yet. And already he gets to, did we do this already? I've cut almost nothing out of this.
This is what happens. He's flustered that his right-hand man's late.
That's the thing. Sugar. He's looking at the time. Is Sugar Ray here yet? And he has to, fill time for all the. We're gonna see Sugar Ray really carries the conversation. So yeah. GD's probably a little nervous that he has to ask this question.
I want to make something. Let's see. Well, let the people know a little bit about yourself, like how long you've been doing comedy, things like that.
Things like that. What do you mean? So how long have I been doing comedy? 20 years is how long Tom's been doing comedy. What are the things like that? How long have other people been doing comedy?
I just like the hi, welcome to the show. How long have you been doing comedy? We cover that yet?
Have we covered that yet? In the 30 when you were ranting about Seinfeld, did you mention how long you did comedy?
That's what they had in common, was how long they've been doing it.
Did we do that already? I can't remember because we were talking a little bit beforehand.
This is 4 minutes into the show. Legitimately 4 minutes in.
I don't even know if it's that long.
Look at you might have the timestamps there. It's 3 to 4 minutes into the show.
Let me see here.
It's not the end of the world.
I am curious. It's 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
2 minutes into the show. And part of that is the intro. And then he repeats the intro and says Tom Myers again. And they talk about the co-host not being there. So take all of that out. They've talked for about 9 seconds. And GD is already like, did we do this boring horse shit already?
Anyways, let's get into Tom's start.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Started the first time I took the stage was at
shit.
I was auditioning for my senior high school talent show, And
he's counting that as the beginning of his stand-up career.
That's the beginning. Well, is it though? Because did he perform there?
I was the only act that didn't make it in. So that was
See, that's a funny joke.
But here's the thing: is Tom wears it like, Michael Jordan didn't make his JV basketball team.
It's true.
Tom's like, can you believe I was the guy that they said, like, no way, we don't want you here.
Early on, I was being told, you know what, life sucks, and then, but no,
they were telling you suck, Tom. It wasn't a commentary on life.
Mike's at the coffee house that was located on campus where I went to school, Goucher College. I would go on like in between like poets and musicians. It was actually a pretty chill atmosphere. So I did that.
They didn't ask me to leave. Though. It was weird.
Parlayed itself into like showcases during alumni and parents' weekend talent shows. That led to theater work, plays, my own radio show on Goucher's student-run radio station.
Whoa.
It was one of the earliest internet stations to pop
This
up.
is like listening to like Donald Glover's resume.
It's the same way.
It's like, wait, he wrote for television, he acted, he's a rapper. How did he do all this? He auditioned for SNL and didn't get it. It's really the same story.
He got a Netflix special. How long into comedy?
We were doing podcasting before the term podcasting was it existed.
Yeah, they invented podcasting.
Yeah, thank you, Tom. I'm glad that because of Tom Myers, we're here today.
It's interesting to do that, to make that speech of like, we were podcasting before anyone else. No one was listening. Like, I'm sure you did it at a time where the technology wasn't common. If you had your college radio station was on the internet. So was mine in a way. You know what I mean? Like, podcasts in 2011, when I was on college, or 12, whatever, podcasts weren't nearly as big as they are now. So I could say I was, at the forefront of internet content. The problem is no one was listening to me. That's what Tom doesn't realize. He was not Mark Maron or Adam Carolla paving the way for podcasters.
I think he is, Mike.
Oh, okay.
It's ahead of its time.
Yeah.
Mine was just actually I had a radio station.
Oh, this is where they get into, hold on. This is where they try to dick measure here, where GD says, you invented podcasting. I invented podcasting.
in 1998. And it actually ran 24 hours. And yeah, it was a 24-hour station. And I was only live in the evenings because I couldn't be there all the time. I was working during the daytime. And so I had this huge music
making money.
library,
Ever heard
artists.
of it?
only played local artists.
Right.
And so unsigned local artists, and I had like this huge library. And I had two CD players, 200 disc CD players. And each show was on a 1 hour.
Tom Myers is bored. That's how terrible this is.
Tom Myers is pandering to this guy. Oh, interesting.
He goes, oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
But hold on. What this guy's describing is he had a domain and he played CDs on that website all day. And that is how he's saying he invented internet radio.
Right.
And so it was just continuous, and I would just switch. It was, I guess, it was before its time, I guess, because now you don't have to do that much work to do the same thing.
Yeah, no. Are you saying you invented Spotify? How is it ahead of its time, GD? You were playing CDs.
It just is, Mike. Come on.
If no one was listening, if a tree falls in the forest,
That's a great question. Or a great statement. I don't even know.
Yeah.
Doesn't make a sound. But it took a little while, but the co-host has arrived.
Oh, good. We finally meet Sugar Ray.
Yeah.
Oh, listen to his contribution. Honestly, it's a shame these fellas didn't wait for Sugar Ray because we could have been on this wild ride the entire time.
That's right.
Okay, now Sugar Ray has arrived. I'm going to bring him in.
All right.
Hey, what's up, Sugar Ray?
Hold on. Do you notice Tom changing it up a little for Sugar Ray?
All right.
I think he knows. All right, my brother.
Hey,
what's happening, player?
What's up, homie?
I just be chilling, Sugar Ray. How you be?
I'm not surprised you're late.
All right.
Hey, what's up, Sugar Ray? Ray, this is Tom. Tom Ray.
How's it going?
Good.
Doing all right?
Are you in the back of a patrol car?
Waka.
No, I'm actually Uber and DoorDash, so I can finish doing this.
Oh, so the show isn't
When you're delivering.
isn't lucrative. Is what
Hold on. You, the folks at home may not have heard that because the audio was almost too pristine
yeah.
from Sugar Ray on his end. But what he said there was he's Uber and Door Dashing while he's podcasting, so he's not paying attention even a little bit. He's literally driving and making deliveries while this podcast is going on.
I'm giving some white families some chicken fingers and fries.
No, I'm actually Uber and DoorDash, so I can finish doing this.
When you're delivering DoorDash right now? I mean, not DoorDash.
Oh, GD, you don't even know what you just said, you rascal.
Jordash?
Jordash jeans. He just stumbled over his words and then made a hilarious bit out of it.
When was the last time you heard those referred to for real?
Well, that's what makes it such an interesting observation, Craig.
That's where your brain goes, GD.
Yeah.
Jeans. You're delivering food right now? So you could actually like knock on the door and get somebody's face on the show and oh, never mind. I wouldn't ask you to do that.
That would be very weird.
Sugar Ray's like, well, I'm not doing that, so.
Yeah, no shit. Like, that's just...
Why would you want that? What sort of half-assed shock jockery would that be? So you're telling me you could walk up to someone's door and put their face on our podcast right now?
Gotcha.
I guess.
It's some Sugar Ray guy going, gotcha.
Yeah. That's how Craig gets. He's like, oh, no. I'm soliciting kids to be on my podcast right now.
No.
Yes.
No.
I'm doing neighborhood interviews with the kids in my basement.
I believe you misheard my story, because if you think
you were trolling for young Dick, is how you said it, I thought.
If you think I was going after children, I must have misspoke.
That's how I heard it. I don't know. Folks at home, you tell me.
You recording me?
He looks like he's doing his...
Hold on. Can we go back? Because Sugar Ray has a great observation.
I'll go back.
The people, if you stick the camera in their face, they might say, why are you recording me? Imagine.
It's a likely question.
When you're delivering DoorDash right now? I mean, not DoorDash.
I like that.
Not jeans. You're delivering food right now? So you could actually like knock on the door and get somebody's face on the show and
imagine.
Oh, never mind. I wouldn't ask you to do that.
That would be very weird. You recording me?
Well said, Sugar Ray.
Of Kanye West during that Chris Cuomo interview.
oh, very droll, Tom. Very droll.
Tom.
I don't even know what the fuck he's talking about. Did Kanye go on with Chris Cuomo?
I think he just said it looks like Kanye West because it's a black guy.
Yeah, I think so too. Was there a famous Kanye Chris Cuomo interview?
Let me look.
I remember him going on with a lot of people, Alex Jones and Tim Pool.
Cuomo. Oh, you know what? I think
he did.
I think he might have.
All right, point Tom. We'll give you that one, buddy. Good job.
Kanye West. Yeah,
you stumped us.
Yeah,
that's Tom flexing his political acumen there. He knew.
And for some reason, he's the only person that has seen Chris Cuomo's new show.
Yeah, I don't remember that, but okay.
Now, this is a personal favorite of this interview for me. It's Tom's laugh.
This is villainesque.
Now,
how dare anybody take up my space?
I feel the same way.
Do not know who the fuck I am.
I feel the same way. That's why I'm a terrible host. I don't want to get.
Tom likes that. You are a terrible host, GD. It's funny because it's true.
If you thought that was the whole laugh, you guys were mistaken.
Not even close.
Host. I don't want to get. Who's a damn headliner taking up my time as a host?
He was just so pumped he was called a headliner. As soon as he called him a headliner.
No, he's not actually. You missed the context for this.
No.
They're shitting on Tom is part of shitting on the headliners. They're saying that people should be more interested in like the host and the features, I guess.
Naturally. That's what I always say.
Yeah.
That's what I always say. Next we have you just wrote wait what?
Yeah, I don't it's another one I don't know. It's left me baffled. Maybe you guys can decipher.
Now, I noticed that, well, again, because I know you don't go around sticking your face in the audience anymore. Back then, you crawled on the floor a few times. Well, did you know the people to your off to the stage that you stuck your face, when you...
I mean, I think part of that was...
I wanted to find context for this. Yep. There wasn't much. So I'm only left to believe that Tom Myers, in his early days of comedy, when other people were on stage, I guess, would crawl around on the floor. I don't know. I don't get it. Maybe Tom's going to explain.
Off to the stage, you stuck your face, when you...
I mean, I think part of that was just a mechanism that I would do to go ahead and that was a method.
Boy, this is really the guy's crawling around the floor. This is really like listening to Carrot Top go. Well, the thing of it is the toilet seat is actually more than that. It's a talking toilet seat, and it makes wacky political commentary. So that's really that's the gag of it all.
That's exactly what it is.
Man's crawling around on the floor like a bum. I mean, he's giving you his insight on why it was so outlandish and edgy comedically.
It's generational.
Yeah.
The audience, because you're up on a stage like that, the lights are right in your face. You can see the front row, and that's it. And I was still pretty like in your face and confrontational, then somewhat controversial.
Of course.
Now I'm just...
Don't you love the way Tom talks about himself?
It's
like that. I mean, back then, even then I was somewhat controversial. I wasn't the magnet for public outrage that I am now. But I would say even as a young chap, when I was rolling around, knocking over people's drinks on the ground, I was somewhat controversial then. Harvard County was abuzz with Tom Myers' chatter. 23 in that clip. I'll be 40 this coming January 29th, whenever this thing comes. I might already be 40 by the time this thing comes out. January. So, I'm sort of, I don't really get in your face, like in the literal sense. Just the jokes I do now, it's pretty like it's confrontational, in your face, just in that way, the metaphorical way. Yeah, I got to tell you, we saw him live, and I think Justin can attest to this. His joke about the game Oregon Trail. Oh man, I thought we were gonna walk outside to an angry mob.
Ass, dick, ass, dude.
Yeah, exactly. How is he allowed to tell such edgy jokes? I mean, sometimes he even goes as far as to say Donald Trump wasn't a good president. I mean, this guy's nuts. He's off his rocker, this guy.
That's a bold statement.
He's wild.
But what we do have is another great question.
Oh, good. We saw GD. I mean, he is nailing this guy. I don't know how Tom's not just dripping in sweat when you're under the hot lights of GD Fenderson. One of the things I like about you is that you're irreverent to the point where you don't
Stop
give a fuck. And I mean that in the nicest way. I mean that in a way that, like,
stop it.
Okay, comedy is very cliquish. Cliquish, and people get their favorites, and they're the ones they work with. Okay,
So they're like people who will like not work with.
I gotta be honest. I don't know why this is funny, but Sugar Ray just popped on the screen and just sat there, and then he got kicked off.
I think Sugar Ray was disinterested in the conversation.
Maybe.
We're going to hear exactly how interested Sugar Ray is in a minute. But first, we have to get to the end of this seemingly endless question by GD.
Even for money, you don't give a fuck who you work with. It's about being there, you know.
Hold on. You don't give a fuck who you work with. You'll do anything, Tom.
I saw you worked with that fan.
Money, no money, it doesn't make a difference. You will subject yourself to literally anything. You'll open for a magician who doesn't do magic. I'm sorry, a hypnotist that doesn't hypnotize. Well, I guess he was a mix of both.
A hypnotist who said, wait 2 weeks.
A hypnotist who comes out with a staple gun.
It's how did I like I'll say it, like young comedians. It's like they're focusing on getting on stage as opposed to bringing something to the stage. And
yeah.
I really focus on the edginess that I bring to the stage, GD. I'm glad you asked that. Tom says, yeah, that was at least 40 seconds, and he didn't ask a question.
No,
He just said, you're irreverent.
He's just being like, Tom, fuck, man. You are.
I wonder, when I hear the people of Maryland, like the comedians of Baltimore and DC and shit,
Yeah.
like the ones that are friends with Tom, do they think Tom's like really funny?
I think they might think he's bigger than he is. I don't know if they necessarily think he's funny.
They saw that Haverdick Race show, and they were like, this guy's got the good. He's got at least 5 fans screaming.
They came from where for this?
Boston? Wow.
They came from all over the East, just to see Tom.
What do we got?
Sugar Ray is back.
Sugar Ray, I mean, listen, he was a little lackluster. The guy's Ubering. Can you really blame him? But he hits it out of the park with this one. Thank God we waited for this guy.
All right, Ray is back. Now, I really did I love the Georgia driver work sign joke. That's accurate and
which is really like Carlin's 7 Dirty Words, you know? Like people quote it all. He can't escape it. It's like when he took it to Georgia drivers, it was almost as good as when he commented on Maryland drivers.
I mean, same ballpark for sure.
Yeah.
But it's also
seems Craig is tapped out. He's just thinking about all the young boys that are getting off the bus right now.
I was checking my watch and I went, I think it's a half day.
Ooh. Oh, it's Friday. The kids will be excited for the weekend. So excited that they're ready to
It's ready to what?
Feed like a hamster, a thirsty hamster.
Is that what that was?
Num num. Drink out of Craigie's water bottle.
This is disgusting.
Yeah, I'm sure he's not having sweaty, fevered dreams over there about exactly what I'm describing.
How about that?
Very funny. Now, okay, I was talking to I'm sorry, go ahead, Ray.
That was a jump cut, and I'm curious what they cut out.
He's baffled by what's happening. But here's the thing about GD is Sugar Ray drives this show, and GD knows that. Mm-hmm. So he's like, we got to get Ray in the mix here. What's happening, Ray? Tell us.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Ray.
I have no clues what the hell's going on, ladies and gentlemen. So,
okay,
my 2 cents will be crazy as hell.
All right.
What I love is GD goes, oh, all right, interesting. That adds to the conversation as well. Okay, you don't know what the hell is going on. Interesting.
And Tom Meyer started dancing like a friggin' idiot.
Did he?
Yeah, he just started like fist pumping as he said, I have no idea what's going on.
That's so like you guys.
He's just mocking him to his face. Last clip.
Oh boy, I'm excited.
Till next time.
Oh, I think this might just be his sign off. So you guys tell me. There's a part 2 to this. So you guys tell me. We'll hear GD's sign off. Tell me if it's worth revisiting.
Hi, I'm GD Fenderson, certified forensic humorist and co-host of Done Way Past Funny. You have just watched part 1 of our interview with Tom Myers, comedian and host of the Tom Myers versus the Rest of the World podcast. Please join us for parts 2 and 3.
Good Lord!
Come back to join us, bring a friend. In the meantime, if you should happen to see my co-host, Sugar Ray, please do not feed him. Just send him home. He's almost out of deodorant.
He's almost out of deodorant.
Please don't feed him. Just send him home. He's almost out of deodorant.
He's pretty funny.
Is he?
Nope. Nope.
Stick to your guns, for God's sake.
It just does not. It's funny to me because it makes zero sense.
What the fuck does it mean? He's almost out of deodorant.
So he can't eat because he's
But don't feed him. Because you know that when you're full, you shouldn't wear deodorant.
That's a fact. That's facts.
Interesting. Was that the end of that?
That was the end of that.
Okay. Well, you guys let me know. Should we revisit parts 2 and 3 with GD? Do you like GD? Do you think he's a candidate to replace Stuttering John? Because I find him interesting. I think he's a great question asker. He's a great monologuist.
I mean, there wasn't a question I thought was bad.
It was all very good. So